You guys in line? You are? All right, I guess I'll wait in line.
No, Spanish.
You not in line? Okay.
You were waiting? No. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in line actually. I got an email from you guys saying there was a 911 call I come here and pick up, and the price was $1. I got an email from this police department saying it was you guys had a 911 call from a Susan Gorman had emailed me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
got
Okay. I'll let you.
it. Police were called. It's a false 911 call.
Okay, I have your call. And I told you it'd be $1.
Okay, I got $1 for you. You take cash or credit card or both?
Either one. Yeah.
Either one? All right, hang on a second. I think I got $1 here. Hang on a second. There for a second.
Ma'am. Hola, estamos buscando los antecedentes de mi esposo. Los antecedentes.
Got change? Got change for a 20?
We should.
Su récord.
Oh, record.
Yes.
There you go.
Sí. Yules.
Give me just a minute to get your change and write out a receipt for you.
Okay.
Pero es que no hay oficina de Yules.
We have a little thing right here.
Oh,
I have, I don't know if Sheila has, I have the address on my desk.
él estuvo aquí, él lo detuvieron aquí, a él lo tenían aquí.
So, yeah, I'm up here getting this 911 call. They called law enforcement last time I was here, saying they were scared, and I requested a 911 call and they got it for me.
Sorry about that. We have to write out a receipt here. So there's your receipt for the $1, and here's your change back. $19 back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, $19 back. And then this is the seat.
Is there any way I could look up when my next court date is?
Not through us. You can check with the courts.
Okay. Is there any way I can file a complaint? I'd like to file a complaint as well.
Yeah.
Is there anybody I can speak with about that?
Sure, you can call our dispatch and then you can
Oh,
send someone
the
down.
number that doesn't work over there?
Sorry?
You ain't got nobody here I can speak with?
Yes, we do, but you have to call to have them come down to the lobby.
Okay, we did that before and that doesn't work.
That's how it works, sir.
You care to show me?
Just,
'Cause
the
I'd like
phone
to-
is right there.
Yeah.
Just dial 7180 and say, I'd like to speak with somebody. I would like to make a complaint. And that's all you have to
Okay,
do. And they'll
'cause-
send someone down to speak with you.
Okay, because we did that a while back and that phone,
The phone does work, sir.
it never got hold of anybody.
Just go use the phone.
Is there any higher up supervisor here I can speak with? Or
Yes, that's who you will have to call.
okay, what's the supervisor here's name?
Well, you have to ask for a patrol supervisor.
Over the clerk's office? I want to file a complaint on the person that made a 911 call.
Just,
Last time
all
I
you
was
have to
here.
do is call on the phone.
Okay, can you write that number down for me again?
I can, it's above the phone, but I'll write it out for you.
And this is to speak to the supervisor in the clerk's office, you claim?
Okay, 7180. That is the dispatch, or a dispatch, but that's who you're gonna call.
Okay, and was there any other records such as the body camera or?
No, I responded.
So the body, because the cop told me, oh yeah, we're recording too.
I
So
responded to your,
they said it was part of an ongoing criminal investigation, but I was never charged with a crime.
it's not part of an investigation.
That's what it said in the email that you guys sent me. You sent me and it said it was part of an ongoing criminal investigation, but
No, it isn't,
But-
and that's why it's not released.
well, why did they say it was in the email then?
You'll have to go back and review the email.
Okay, so you guys were trying to hide the body camera footage
There's
or what's,
nothing to hide, sir.
was the body camera not on
But
or?
this is what you asked for, which I'm giving to you, and if you need to talk to somebody, you need to call.
So you're saying any body camera that's not related to a criminal
Right.
investigation, but then at the same time, I requested the body camera for this Class C violation. You said I couldn't get it because it was
That's a
part of
separate
it.
thing. That's a completely different,
So just let me get this straight. So
that was a.
you can't get the body camera if it is a criminal investigation, and you can't get the body camera if it's not a criminal investigation. So either way, you guys don't release body camera footage from this police department?
Rarely,
Wow.
but again, if you want to make a.
So nobody can get body camera footage?
Call over there.
Because I mean, what way can you get the body camera
I
footage?
already answered your question, sir.
I asked you, what can you, what way can you get the body camera footage, ma'am?
And if you want to make a
No hay una
complaint,
página donde yo pueda meter mi verificación.
My question is, ma'am, is if it's not a part of a investigation, you can't get it. But if it is a part of a criminal investigation, you still can't get the body camera footage?
I already answered your question.
Okay, so how do you get, in what circumstance can you obtain body camera footage, member of the public?
Allá sí hay alguien que hable en español.
So everything has to be sent through a letter?
That's how we communicated when I did.
Okay, who do I send a letter to obtain the body camera footage from that situation?
I've already answered your question. You keep asking the same question.
You send a letter through the phone? You said send a letter, ma'am.
You said you wanted to make a complaint. And
Yes.
I gave you the guidance.
And I would like to request the body camera footage.
So please go ahead and go do that.
Okay, who do I need to contact to obtain the body camera footage, ma'am? Well, who do you send the letter to, ma'am? You said send a letter in.
It was already sent to you.
Okay, I got an email saying it was part of an investigation, ma'am.
You got a response to him get the CD.
That was a separate email. I got one email saying this was a criminal investigation when I requested that body camera footage.
Yes,
I beg your pardon?
you already got two. So again, if you want.
Is this the body camera footage or just the 911
I
call?
already told you that was the 911.
Okay, well, what was about the letter that has to get sent in to obtain the body camera footage from that incident?
It was on your request and we answered it in a letter to your email.
And you said it was a part of the criminal investigation?
Not the call when you came into the lobby the other day, no.
Okay, that was the body camera footage I was trying to request. What's the issue with the?
Not because it's not a criminal investigation. That's why.
Why is it not?
So I'm going to walk away because you are not giving me any questions to answer, and I have other things I'm going to.
Well, you said something about a letter I'd have to send in, so could you expand on that, or?
The letter was sent to you.
A letter was sent to me?
Yes.
I never got a letter, ma'am. I got an email, I never got a letter.
Yes, you did. The email that was also attached.
So it was an email, it wasn't an actual letter?
Yeah.
This was a letter and email, I'm sorry, I'm confused about what you're saying.
A letter and an email.
It was a letter and an email, because I never got a letter, ma'am. That's what I'm trying to say.
In an email.
A letter in an email?
Yes.
Okay, because you said letter, I thought you were talking about something totally different. I thought you were talking about a paper letter.
I'm sorry, but that's what it was. So.
Okay, so you're not releasing the body camera footage under any circumstance.
I answered your question, so I'm going to go back to my desk now. And there is your change. Make sure you get all your money out of the change card.
Okay.
Have a good day.
All right, y'all hang on just a second. I'm gonna put my change in my pocket. They're saying that they can't give body camera footage if it's under investigation or if it's not under investigation. So basically, no matter what the circumstances are, Hearst police will not release their body camera footage. And this number they gave me, y'all, I guarantee you it won't work. I've been up here before and it didn't work the last time. Got the 911 call though. Receipt. Where's that number at? Right here. Here's that. Got the 911 call. File a complaint too. Let me do this live. Yes, I was given this number to call. I was wanting to file a complaint. It was a false report to induce an emergency response. No, I came up here today. I had sent a records request in last time I was here for the body camera footage and any police reports. And they told me, oh, well, we can't do it because it's under investigation. And then I come down here and then they say, oh, well, we can't release nothing to you because it's not under investigation. So the email says one thing, I come over here and they tell me something totally different. And they're closing the blinds now, actually. Yeah, it looks like they're shutting down early now. I don't want to give that out. But yeah, I'm in the lobby right now. I was wanting to do a complaint. They just started closing the blinds too. But all right, is this internal affairs that I'm speaking to? Yeah, because I was needing to speak to internal affairs about this. Okay, I'm at the Hearst Police Department lobby where it says police records. Okay. No problem. All right, y'all, let's see what the chat's saying. You see, the thing about doing these requests, y'all, you can't make them do anything. What I'll have to do is I'll have to appeal it to the Attorney General. But they're basically, they're telling citizens here that if the cops pull you over, if you have any type of police interaction, you get abused, lies made about you, and you want to request that body camera footage, they're basically telling under any circumstance, you're not allowed to obtain body camera footage. That's how That's how they circumvent any transparency with the police department. I was just told on the phone I have to wait here for a supervisor to come out who's not even with internal affairs. Oh yeah, you remember that when they said they were afraid? Yeah, it's a denial of service. Oh, shit. It's freaking hot outside today, guys. But yeah, I have to file a complaint now because if nobody files a complaint, you don't expose it. You know, that's just going to happen to everybody. Anybody who walks in here is just going to get the cops called on them if they ask for a discovery, ask for police reports, anything. But this is how they want to do it, so that's how we'll do it. Let me know if there's anything you guys want me to request while I'm here, and I'll go and do a records request while I'm here. They want you to do this because they want you to hire an attorney to get it, but they know most people can't afford to do that. Yeah, the attorneys are ridiculous around here, dude, and it's a Class C violation. The ticket amount isn't even worth the amount you would pay for an attorney. You'd pay more for an attorney than you would if you just outright paid it. I wasn't even given that option. I was just told you're going to trial. They didn't even tell me how much the ticket was for. I still don't know how much the ticket's for. I've been in this building going on 20 minutes. Probably been waiting about, I'd say 5-10 minutes. Yeah, you got to go to trial for a expired registration or whatever. Stupid. And what they do in Texas is they have toll roads. So if you don't pay, and check this out, the toll road money, it doesn't even go to the state of Texas. It goes to other countries, privately owned. Hey, what's up, Donna? Hey, Donna, I got a little update for you. Let me show you this real quick. The CD right here. Got my 911 call they made. I'm going to go ahead and do a complaint while I'm here. So that, that way it's documented. That's all I can do at this point. I know you missed it, Donna, but they're saying in Hurst, Texas, if police arrive or you have any type of police interaction and it's not a part of a criminal investigation, they can't release the body camera. And if it is part of a criminal investigation, they can't release it either. So either way, it seems like, and I even asked under what circumstance you guys release body camera footage. And then she was like, oh, well, I've already answered your question. That's it. So it appears to me as though they're intentionally hiding their body camera footage in all circumstances.
It's a fine in jail. I'm sure to get there. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, I wish I could stay longer. I wish I could have stayed longer. They had a lot of things up there I didn't get to see, but I want to go back and see the stuff I didn't get to the other day. That was 2 days ago I went up there. But yeah, what I'm doing right now is I called on this little phone booth right here, and I told them I wanted to file a complaint because what happened was a crime. Maybe some of y'all didn't see my last video, but false report to induce emergency response is a Class A misdemeanor. And I was wanting to file a complaint. And they have you call in this little phone booth here. And now I got to wait for them to show up. They said a supervisor was going to come out. And I told them I wanted to take it up with internal affairs. And they said I had to go through the supervisor to push it to internal affairs. That's what I'm doing. I'll file a complaint on it. And they closed the blinds. They closed one part of the blinds and left the other ones open. Hey, good to see you, Wanda. Who else we got in here? That footage belonged to them. Yeah, you're right. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Nevea. Not good at pronouncing names, but yeah, they treat the body camera footage as if it's their own. It belongs to the public. And they've made it essentially impossible to just straight up release the body camera footage. You have to go through a stupid attorney general. You got to go through an attorney general. And he has to approve them to release it. In some circumstances, the attorney general will approve them to release it. They still won't. Let them handle their business. For them to get out here, if they even show up at all. Already been here close to 30 minutes. Hey Chuck, just to give you a little update, what happened, man, is I got a little stupid Class C ticket. I'm up here trying to get it taken care of while I was at this window right here. I was requesting my discovery because that's where the prosecutor and the judge told me to go. While I was requesting discovery, you can actually see her right there a little bit. Well, you can't because of the reflection off the glass, but she had called 911, telling her she was scared, telling the cops she was scared. And then her coworker said, no, she wasn't scared. I got the 911 call right here. And they're refusing to release the body. And I'm waiting now for somebody to get out here to file a complaint to. It was actually a Class A misdemeanor what they did. So I'm waiting for that to get that complaint filed. Kind of curious on like how other states do their body camera footage. Hey Chuck, in Florida, do they do the same thing? Like if you go to request body camera footage, do they do this whole, oh, you can't have it if it's under investigation. Oh, you can't have it if it is under, excuse me. They're saying here that if it's under investigation, you can't have it. If it's not under investigation, you can't have the body camera footage. So what circumstance can you actually obtain body camera footage? And it ain't like this in all apartments. This is Hurst, Texas. But I'm curious if like in other states, are they having the same problem as we are here? Yeah, I got the 911 call. And as soon as I get to listen to it, I'll be sure to share that with you guys too, so you can hear what was being said, because I'm sure many of y'all seen that video. It's between the two of my bits, almost 10,000 views. I never made any threats. I never cussed, never called anybody out of their name. I was just requesting discovery. And by the way, they emailed me about the policy this lady was saying. Turns out I was right. There was no policy. That lady was lying. And it all stemmed from, oh, you got to pay us to view your discovery. And then they said, oh, well, we can't release anything to you. Well, Chuck, they're saying because it's not under investigation, they can't release it. And then I got an email for my Class C violations they're accusing me of. To get that body camera footage, they said they can't release it because it is under investigation. So whether it is or whether it isn't, they still don't release their body camera footage here. Wanda says they wouldn't even let her take her legal papers into court. I wouldn't be surprised. They were trying to make it to where I wasn't even going to be able to make it to court because they were trying to arrest me. I never had a chance to go. If one of them ladies say that you assaulted them, which I'm sure that might have been something along the lines of what they're saying, that's a felony. You'd be charged with a felony. Yeah, he probably could, but, it's just a Class C violation. It ain't even worth paying for an attorney to get him down here to deal with this. But he could. Any attorney could. They'll release the discovery footage to an attorney, but they won't release it to a member of the public. Yeah, right here's the courtroom I'm in. So you go through these little metal detectors. Right there's the courtroom. The judge's name is Lacey Britton. Which I ain't got a problem with the judge. The judge might be on my side, who knows? I'm gonna call back. I've been here 30 minutes and they ain't showed up. Been waiting for about 20. Get back on this phone real quick, y'all. All right, guys, as soon as I called, they put me on hold this time. You see how the phones work, y'all? I was right. You call them, nobody shows up, and then you back and you're on hold. I'm gonna call them again. Trying not to let me file a complaint. Well, now it's saying busy. Look, I'll do it again. 7180. You see now you're calling, it says busy. Get back in line. It's a bunch of crap. I knew that wasn't going to work. I'm going to get my other camera going.
we're going to next week this weekend, so. So I was, yeah, so the grapevine is really.
And with an extra special group of dummies. Yeah. I got a slap. That was the reason for my due process violation, discrimination, intimidation, 6th, 8th, 14th Amendment rights violations, and anything else they can. Yeah, it's all back. Hey, I was wanting to do a complaint. I had called that phone number, called it 3 times now. Actually 4 times. First time I was told to wait, I've been waiting over 20 minutes. I called back, it said put me on hold, it started beeping. I tried to call it back, now it's saying busy. Like, how long do people have to typically wait to speak to file a complaint here? You know, your First Amendment right to redress?
Wait, I guess that would be internal affairs.
Yeah, that's what I called.
Yeah, and he's not available.
Oh, he's not available because they told me to call the number.
Sorry, I meant to say, is he not available?
Excuse me?
Is he not available?
Well, like I said, I called the first time. They said they were sending somebody up here. It's been over 20 minutes. It doesn't take 20 minutes to walk from downstairs or upstairs, excuse me, or take an elevator, whatever you have. I called back. They said, oh, you need to be put on hold. The phone starts beeping. I call back. Now it's saying busy. Like, how long does somebody have to wait before I want to file a complaint? I'd like to file a complaint.
April?
I would like to speak to Internal Affairs.
Okay, but if they're not available, are you going to speak to a supervisor?
Dude, there's nobody else in this lobby. Dude, so why are they not available? There's nobody else here except me.
Well, the officers are nearly all out on
I'm talking about Internal Affairs, man, the people who handle complaints, not a patrol officer.
person.
I beg your pardon?
Internal affairs is one person.
You guys have one person with your Internal Affairs division?
Yes.
Okay, well, can you find out what the holdup is? Because I'm not trying to wait here for 2 hours. I've already been here over 30 minutes.
It's pleasant though.
What's that?
I said it's pleasant though.
No, it's not. When you got places to be, I'm not trying to be here all day, man. You get paid to be here, don't you? It's a pleasant job for you because you know you're getting paid to be here. I'm not. So I'd like to speak to Internal Affairs and do a complaint. Yeah, this isn't pleasant for me at all, man. I don't want you to think it is. I beg your pardon? Yeah, I had a crime committed against me last time I was here. And I was wanting to file a complaint. Now it seems like my complaint's being ignored. Yeah. Yeah, this is not pleasant. Yeah, she was like, oh, it's pleasant in here. It's pleasant. I want to file a complaint and I can get out of here. What is the number? Oh, they don't have a real number. They have a little extension. It's 7180. And they said they were sending somebody down. I called back. Hold, please. Then I'm on hold. The phone starts beeping. I call back twice and it's saying busy. And they're saying we only got one person who works in our Internal Affairs division. Yeah, I'm at Hearst, Texas Municipal Court. If y'all want to know where this is at, this is Hearst, Texas Municipal Court. Won't release body camera footage. Won't even take a complaint. You're right, Cooper. Shoot, if you email a complaint, oh, we can't take your complaint because it's under investigation. Oh, we can't take your complaint because it's not under investigation. Yeah, we need you to call. We need you to drive down here and call this number that they'll just put you on hold and then it turns busy and then they cut the phones off. That's how the complaint process works here. Jim Crow law, yeah. This is unacceptable. You're right about that, Cooper. It's ridiculous up here. What amazes me is when they make a false 911 call, they got cops and people showing up within 5 minutes. You want to file a complaint? I've been live going on 40 minutes. Yeah, you're right. Stop resisting. It is. That's their whole goal, is to make it as unbearable on the public as they can to keep them from coming back. The whole thing about when they called the cops the first time, it was meant to try to scare me from not going to my trial. They didn't want me to go to court. They don't want me to go to court. That's why they called the cops. That, and they wanted to cause harm to me because these people are evil. These are evil. Yeah, really, it's a violation of your First Amendment right to redress your government because you have a right to file a complaint. This lady has something for me. Yes, ma'am.
And left a message. He's not answering.
So nobody's answering the phones now. So where can a citizen go to file a complaint? Where can we go to file a complaint?
I would call Captain Dermott or one of the supervisors.
And there's clearly nobody in this room here doing a complaint. I'm the only person here. And they're apparently so busy, but what's going on? There's nobody here filing a complaint except me. We don't have no explanation as to why people can't file complaints. I understand, you're working here. So what do I do? Wait here until they close, or what?
Well, he should answer if he's on another call or anything. He will answer my message as soon as he gets.
Is there another line or something we can call, or an email, or? Because I'm the only person. They told me to use that phone right there and dial a number. And like I said earlier, I did that.
What number did you do?
7180.
Yeah, that's the dispatch number.
So you guys don't have an email or anything to file a complaint?
No.
No?
We just got the complaint forms, which I think you've seen before.
No, I've never seen a complaint form here. No, I was never given one. I was asking about filing a complaint. I was told to use that phone. You guys have complaint forms now? Yeah, y'all are live right now on the internet, man. People are on here saying it's ridiculous. They're saying you're ridiculous. They're saying it's extortion. You guys are getting a lot of bad comments. Yeah, there's a lot of people mad at y'all. It ain't even you, really. What happened was the other lady that caused the scene.
Well, we always really.
So who's the person who does the internal affairs here? Captain Dermott?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah?
Jeremiah. D-U-E-R.
D-U-E-R?
M-E-Y-E-R.
D-U-R-M-E-Y-E-R? Dermeyer? Okay.
This is a complaint form.
I guess he just sits in his chair all day and collects a check because he obviously doesn't respond to complaints. There's nobody else in here doing a complaint. I'm the only person here. So there's no way he's busy. You said there's no email, there's no phone line to call, so how is he busy?
Well,
He's purposely avoiding the complaint.
here, only the public come here.
Okay, but when I asked you, I said, is there an email or a phone line or something to reach this guy? You said no.
Well, I had the phone line. I just phoned it and left a message for him.
On the what, the 7180 number? Is there an actual phone number? Because I was asking, is there any way to contact internal affairs to do a complaint?
Well, normally we contact him to contact the person involved.
How would you guys even know who's involved? I never even gave you my phone number, nothing. I literally was told to call a phone from a phone line over here.
I'm sorry?
Okay, so you're saying there's a phone line where you can reach this guy at?
Yes, it's got a phone.
Okay, how do I get in contact with the person to file a complaint? This Dermeyer, or whatever, Dermeyer, whatever his name is.
We normally ask him to contact whoever it is that's making the complaint or send a supervisor.
Okay, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going? I think there's somebody here. Yeah, I was wanting to do a complaint. Let me grab my stuff here. You guys got like an office, or can we do this out here?
What now?
You guys got an office I can go to, or are we gonna talk about my complaint? You're Dermeyer?
I am Meyer.
Okay, because I was talking to this lady. I was here about a week ago.
You can step right over here if you want.
Yeah. We'll take a seat real quick. I'm gonna take a seat.
Go ahead, yes.
Okay, I was here last time. I had left the courthouse, or the courtroom, excuse me. And I was told to come over here to get the discovery. I had a stupid Class C violation. And when I was over there doing my records request, the lady told me there was a policy where I had to pay them to obtain my discovery. I got an email since then saying that that lady was lying. There was no policy. It doesn't exist. And, you know, I came in, I was live streaming. It was a supervisor I spoke to. And I was asking about, okay, what policy do I need to do to get my discovery for court? She calls 911. I literally just got the 911 call today. And the cops told me that she was scared. Texas Penal Code 420601 states false report to induce emergency response is a Class A misdemeanor.
You say she, who are you talking about?
The supervisor in the police records is the one who, I believe, called the cops, because I asked the other lady, she said she
Well,
called the cops.
that's what-
She even admitted.
That's what they're supposed to do, is to deal with a lobby call, they would send an officer, that's normal. So that's not a 911 call, they just dial our in-house extension to get dispatched, to get an officer to come out, that's all. So.
Well, they were telling the cops they were scared. I haven't got to hear the phone call yet.
Well, I don't know about that, but what I can tell you is even if they are scared, that's okay. Like that's not a crime to be scared. So,
But the lady said that nobody was scared back there.
well, maybe so. I don't know.
So why'd she call the police and say they were scared, and then later say, oh, we were never scared? Then why were the cops called on me?
I don't know that, but it really doesn't matter because
It does matter according to the law, because it says if you make a false report to induce a emergency response,
that's a police report. There's no police report made. She called.
it doesn't even say make a report. It says make a call.
Well, you can't be the victim of that.
Yes, you can if the call was made about you. No, the person who gets arrested is the victim.
You can get arrested.
I didn't get arrested, but there was still a call made
You can't
that I
be-
believe was false.
You can't be the victim of that.
Well, that regardless.
And this is
that's-
normal, you're saying?
That's not, yeah, that's normal. I mean, they call police all the time on people that are out here, and it's not because we're gonna do something to prosecute this person. That's what you're drawing from this, and that's not the case. They don't have time back there to deal with all the lobby calls. So they call dispatch and say, hey, we need a police officer out here to handle a lobby call. That could be as mundane as somebody lost their wallet. That could be, I can't find this, my car key, something, anything little. And so when you come in here, that's very normal to have somebody say, yeah, we're calling the police, because the officer will come out, okay? So there's no.
And the officer, he did state that, you know, allegedly there was a disturbance. I've requested the body camera footage, and they blocked the body camera footage from that incident. They were talking about a disturbance. They were talking about people in here being scared.
I don't know.
But, you know, the reality of the situation is, dude, is, you know, I never made any threats. I never cussed nobody, never called nobody out of their name. You got cops here talking.
You here today. You're here on your own free will, bringing police officers into the lobby to deal with you. We didn't come.
Because I
here-
wanted to file a complaint about the situation that happened last time I was here.
Well, how come you didn't file it last time you were here? What were you doing? What's happened since then?
Because I had places to be last time. I can't
Okay.
just hang around here all day.
Here's the thing. We can't deal with this right now because you're wanted by Irving PD. You have an active warrant outstanding right now, okay? So if we keep proceeding with this and we start taking all of your information, you're probably gonna go to jail today, okay? I don't wanna address that. And you want to film all this, that's fine, okay? But the bottom line is you're wanted in Irving right now. So what we're going to do is leave. So as a courtesy to you, I'm going to take you to jail today, okay? But you
Okay.
have an active warrant and you need to go address that,
Okay.
okay?
Yeah, because they didn't tell me all that.
Yeah, and that may be another factor here. So if you're a wanted person, expect police to be called on you. I think that's fair to say, right?
Yeah, I wasn't aware of that.
Okay, okay, so please go address your warrant, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
All right, they're saying I got more warrants now. It just never ends. It doesn't matter if you go to court, if you don't go to court, there's always fucking just warrant after warrant after warrant. I even searched this thing up and it said I didn't even have one. Yeah, they were saying I had a warrant. I don't know, y'all. It just never fucking ends, dude. The victimless crimes and the harassment. You go to court trying to do the right thing, and then it doesn't matter what I do. Probably more intimidating. I guess on my court date I'll be arrested. So. And notice they already knew who I was without even IDing me. Exactly, dude. I was in court freaking last week. I don't understand it. Yeah, they're saying I'm wanted again. I guess I'll go turn myself in. If that is the case, I'll have to call them. I don't understand. Dude, I've even went to their website and it says that I don't have a warrant. I have no tickets, anything there. It said I had a court date for here, which I went to. I go to my court date and sometimes they'll arrest you here and you don't even have a warrant. Like once you get a ticket, even if you sit your ticket out, and they'll just keep coming back and coming back. It just never ends. He's the only colored shirt and gun. How did he get the warrant? Exactly. I don't know. But they're just always going to say I have a warrant. It doesn't matter if I sit the ticket out. It doesn't matter if you pay the ticket. It doesn't matter if it gets dismissed. They'll just always say you got a warrant. So I'll probably, if that is true, I'll probably be arrested again at my court date. Then if you don't show up to the court date, then you still get arrested. So what do? There's nothing you can do. It just never ends. It's a victimless crimes abyss. It's like an abyss. Once you get in it, you can't get out. It doesn't matter how much you pay. It doesn't matter if you go to jail. I don't understand. He could have been lying to me. You're right. He could have been lying just to get me out of there. That's the only reason I was even there, was just to do the complaint. And when they say warrants, it's not for an actual criminal offense. What they do in Texas is they put out warrants for, you could have a speeding ticket, or you could have like a seatbelt violation or something stupid. And if you don't, even if you pay it or you sit it out in jail, whatever they do with you, they'll still say you have a warrant. Dude, I've even got videos on my channel where I did not have a warrant at all, still was taken to jail. Yeah, you're right, Tania. They probably would have arrested me. Dude, I want to say I got arrested by Plano PD and then let go, and they said I didn't have a warrant. I still had a court date up here. I go to my court date. Oh, you still have a warrant. It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter what you do. These people, they'll never do the right thing. You need to get a lawyer. It wouldn't matter if I had a lawyer. It'd still be the same thing. I've had lawyers before. I've told lawyers about this. What's a lawyer going to do? The same thing I'm doing? What do y'all think? If I got a warrant, I'll go turn myself in. Some bullshit. All it is a bunch of bullshit in this place. That I guess now that they've seen I'm going to trial, we'll just put another warrant for this for something that's not even doesn't even show online, dude. I even put it in a video. Put all my information in. It says nothing online, no tickets over there. I want to say that I went to jail and served that out 3 or 4 years ago. I want to say 3 years ago. Yes, I did it online. You can look up, you can put your name and stuff in online and stuff. And I even looked for Irvin. They said I don't have any tickets over there. But it never ends. It doesn't matter. Dude, I did videos in Fort Worth when they said, oh, you got a Fort Worth warrant. Then I went to the records clerk and they said, man, you ain't had a warrant. Your last ticket was resolved like a year ago. And then they were still taking me to jail. So it doesn't matter what you do. I believe if I had a warrant, they would have arrested me. Yes, Cooper, I put it on the video. I even showed people the court date I had up here. I said, look, I got a court date in Hearst for the 12th. I went to which was like, what is the day? The 22nd? It was 10 days ago, not even 2 weeks ago, I went to court. I come back here this week. Oh, now you got a warrant all of a sudden. So how am I going to get a fair trial? There's your fair trial right there, folks. They just continue to arrest you even if you don't have a warrant. It doesn't matter if you pay it or you sit out in jail. They'll just always arrest you. That's especially because I filmed them, which makes it makes me even more of a target. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I know it's not very stable. Dude, I went to DPS. I went to DPS already. They were saying, dude, I went to DPS and they said, you're eligible to drive. You know, you paid all your tickets, you're eligible to drive. You know, I got insurance. I tried to show the prosecutor that last week or 10, 12 days ago. And he didn't even want to look at it. So if you try to do the right thing, they don't care. Like, then it'll be something else, not driving center to the lane, not driving 5 miles under the speed limit, not having a seatbelt on, or a week clock you're doing 10 over, dude. It's always some bullcrap at this place. Oh, they would, Cooper, or stop resisting. They would take you to jail if you don't have a warrant. And what's crazy about all this is there's no victim. It's all victimless crimes and harassment, basically. So y'all, I'm gonna end the stream and get out of here. thanks for stopping by. I'll have to call and see what's going on now. 'Cause it seems like there's just always freaking something. It don't matter how much you pay, what you do, it's always something new. But thanks for stopping by, everybody. I'll catch y'all later.